Okay, the steel finally arrived at long last. Found a reliable company, which means that now I can start making the sheet, the metal sheet that goes underneath. And all these things, like all sheet metal fabrication, it starts with cardboard templates. So I'm going to get some cardboard and start making a mock-up of what I'm going to do. And it's easier. Scissors and snipping is far easier than angle grinders and one-off cuts. At least with the cardboard, if it's not right, you can chuck it away and do it again. So it's measure twice, cut once, you know the score. Right, okay. Stop waffling, let's get stuck in. Cool. Okay, let's get it off and put it on a piece of steel and mark it out and be scared. It's nice and neatly executed. That won't have any issues at all. That's as high as that wheel goes. Doesn't go any higher. Right, there we go. 5.5 hours. Came in at 9:30. It's 3 o'clock now. 5.5 hour session on just sheet metal fabrication. Absolutely my favourite pastime above everything else in the garage. That is awesome. It's 1.5 mm thick, so it's nice and beef, but it's not too heavy. Not sure what it weighs yet, but there's no point in weighing any of this until I get near the end of the project. But I know that this so far weighs about 4.5 kilos, just under 5 kilos for that. I don't think that's a kilo in its own, not at the moment. It doesn't matter. Point is, I've got to get another little bit for underneath there. I'm thinking, like I said, of getting some sort of trailer mudguard or a Harley Davidson fender, something that's got a pre-made curve, nice round pre-made curve that I can just weld on the inside of that, trim and cut and fabricate to shape so it fits up in there, and then grind the lip, weld it round, grind the lip back so it looks like it's all one piece, which is absolutely fabulous. This is a triumph. I absolutely love this. It's my favourite. That I've left this hole just a little bit small. I've got to dress it back a bit to get this in, but it's better to have metal to file back than a gap to fill. I think that's what I'm saying. That's going in there. There's just a little bit of this needs dressing out, and enough today, that's enough. I'm going to use obviously a longer section of that. I've got plenty of it. That will go down, I reckon, probably about, I'm going to try and get it down about a foot inside. There's over a foot of depth inside this tail. It'd be nice if it could go right down inside. I've seen the light that I want. It's like a LED high intensity afterburner kind of circular thing, looks like multiple rings, and it's really bright. And I'm trying to think if I could perhaps line the inside of this with a reflective surface, or paint it with something extremely reflective and get enough red light to pass in with it. I don't know, but the idea is to bury that light as far down there as I can get away with. Certainly from here, don't want to be seeing it at all. I want that completely flush. That's cool. Indicators, there are going to be no indicators on this tail whatsoever. A completely different idea for that. That's another day. But with this, I've left it proud all the way around, probably about ½ an inch proud. You know, again, it's better to have metal to file back than a gap to fill. So I know what I'll do with that. At this point, I just needed to make the basic shape, and I've done that. But this, I could bend it up. I could lip all that up all the way around, up 90 degrees, then file or grind this back so that it fits up inside, possibly. But thinking of the dirt and mud and rubbish will flick up against this, so ultimately to have a joint there that will regret going to get inside. So I don't know, maybe a rubber joint around there, I'm not sure. All to be decided later on, but at the moment that's the basic shape. Absolutely chuffed with it. It's come out dead straight. The one thing with any fabrication, especially sheet metal fab, is that everything is straight. Angle correct, everything is square and true and sits correctly. Once you've done that, the rest you can faff about with later on. If it's sitting cockeyed when you first put it on, then you've got to start all over again. And I'm so happy that I haven't had to do that. This is just first time fit. Absolutely love that. It's quite rare, first time fit, just bolted it straight up. And the screws again, these screws, I have all manner of different options for those. I've got nice round button caps. I could put Zeus fasteners in. They're pretty cool, kind of GP styly, I don't know. Many options. I could possibly even do something with an invisible fastener. I've seen these little screws, they screw in completely flush with a little tiny crosshead, and you just pop a little cap in them, you don't see them at all. So there's lots and lots of options. But here we are. 5.5 hour session on the fabrication, absolutely chuffed to bits. Now I've got to get on eBay and start sourcing, see if I can find myself some sort of mudguard to go under there, because until I get that, I can't carry on from where I am. So there we are. Thanks for watching, take it easy, ride safe, see you at the weekend for more fun and games.